YouTube algorithm, and my room's a little messy. Just fix my bed. I got my gym clothes for tomorrow, but I wanted to show you all. Speaking of gym, I wanted to show you all a new video, or an old video I found, but I thought it would be really nice to share with y'all. Let's go.
How to lose weight in 4 easy steps. Step 1, no beer. Every time you drink a beer, it's like eating 7 slices of bread. That's a lot of unnecessary carbs.
Yeah, I don't drink beer because I used to party a lot, and then I'd just drink just to feel intoxicated, but I didn't even like the taste. I just did it just to reach that intoxication level. And besides, like, now that I got older, I'm 23, but now that I got older, I just realized I didn't need to do any of that. And then there's so much better things to do. There's so much more you could do with your time. Just don't drink beer, drink some water, cold water. It's always good. And Coach Greg recommends diet soda. So if you want to eat a piece of cake, just drink the diet soda. 0 calories.
Step 2, portion control. When eating out at a restaurant, cut your meal in half and ask for a takeout container to save the rest for later.
No, I don't do that. I like eating. I like eating a lot of food, but an alternative I used to be a lot bigger, right? Well, I'm still big, but what I'm doing is just eating lower calorie foods. It helps out, the small things, and then in time, we'll slowly get there.
Step 3. Have your heart broken. And not just broken, but shattered by a girl who never loved you and never will.
This is a classic story of, once you lose someone special in your life, you think of all these thoughts in your head, like, what did I do wrong? Why am I not good enough? And so most people, that instant, will go to a downward spiral and drink and do all that stuff. But I like his approach to it. Like, instead of, feeling sorry about himself, which he's gonna feel a lot sorry about himself when you watch the rest of the video, but he's turning this sad moment in his life to something positive by building himself up instead, and think, oh, there's something wrong with me. Maybe I can improve myself, so maybe I can get her back to me.
Try to get your shit together and join a gym. Start going to the gym regularly, and even though you don't know that much about exercise and you're way too weak to do pretty much anything but lift 5-pound weights with the old people, do it until your sweat makes a puddle on the floor. Then go home and go to bed. And the next day, do it again, and then again, and then again.
A lot of videos I cover, you guys see the people who are successful just doing the same thing over and over again. Again, I'm gonna mention that Bruce Lee quote, I do not fear the man who knows 10,000 kicks, practices 1 time, but I fear the man who kicks 10,000 times. I butchers the quote, but you get the point. Essentially, you just keep doing over and over again. And in the beginning he mentioned, just lifting with old people. A lot of my friends who want to join with the gym with me, I tell them, hey man, even if you just lift the 5-pound weights, right, that's still a big thing, because you weren't lifting that before, right? And then in like a week or even a month, even if you're able to do that 5 and transfer it to 10 pounds, that's still basically double the weight. And then eventually time goes by fast. Like, you watching this video, and I watch a bunch of videos, just time flies by. You just keep doing it over and over again. Eventually that 5 pounds will turn to 10, turn to 25, to 50. It just takes a lot of time.
Then go to work and listen to stories of your ex-girlfriend fucking around with gross and terrible people. Stories from your coworker friends who think they're doing you a favor. Pretend that it doesn't bother you. Pretend that being forced to see your ex at work every day isn't fucking killing you. Pretend that everything's fine.
If something's bothering you, you can always tell your friends or your family or even yourself. Just talk to yourself, like how I'm talking to this black screen, my phone. Just tell somebody, don't keep it inside you. Because when you keep it inside you, it just gets all bottled up. You gotta let it out. You gotta tell somebody, you gotta say something, write it down. Put in a video, let someone else listen to it.
Go to the gym and make more puddles of sweat. Buy books. Learn about different muscle groups and how they work together. Plan out your week of meals. Try to forget her. Back to the gym, more puddles of sweat. You're a piece of shit. You are a piece of shit. You are a piece of shit.
Stuff we tell ourselves every day, we're planting seeds in our minds. Our minds are like a soil, right? A farmland. If you put that seed of doubt in your mind, it's gonna grow just more doubt. So don't do what, I mean, it's good that he's going to the gym doing all that stuff, and then he's gonna eventually learn the lesson at the end. It's gonna all wrap up. But what you should do in the beginning is just tell yourself these positive things like, hey, I'm doing great. I'm going to the gym. Like more than 60%. I'm just giving out an estimate. More than a lot of people aren't going to the gym. I'm like really improving myself. I'm better than I was yesterday. I'm not gonna compare myself to who I was. I'm not gonna think about all of these other obstacles. What's important is I'm improving myself slowly every day, and that's huge. So good job, me. Good job, Steven. Pat myself on the back. Good job.
After the gym one night, go all the way up to the top of the parking garage and walk all the way to the back. Look out at the lights of the skyscrapers of downtown and think about how every single one of those office lights represents a person. Try to imagine how they feel, what they're doing. Then realize that most of those lights are probably shining into offices with no one in them. Realize you're alone, that you're staring at no one. Become cripplingly depressed and try to locate your car.
This is classic storytelling of the hero's journey of a hero is going to a different area, right? And then he's going to face some challenges, do all that stuff. He's going to go back up, right, after he learned his lesson and all that stuff. It's going to go wrap itself right up, you know, tying up the loose ends, learning, explaining the message, and then he's going to be back to where he was. Classic hero's journey.
Go to sleep, go back to work, go to the gym, sweat, freak the fuck out on your ex. The next day, apologize. One day, she wears the necklace you bought her and tells you that she got it from someone really special.
If you just came out of a relationship, there's a big message to remember. There's always more abundance. There's always more people. And you know, it's hard, but if you two broke up, then that means there's something wrong in the relationship. And then if you get back together, probably there was something wrong with either you or the other person. And then they fix that. But if either you can't fix that, it's okay to move on.
That night, you discover that Slayer's Angel of Death might be the perfect song to do squats to. Start to make friends at the gym. You used to look down on bro nods and fist bumps, but since that's how gym rats communicate, that's become the language you speak most often. Max and you spot each other on Wednesdays, Vinny and you spot each other on Fridays. It's important not to forget that you're a piece of shit.
This is where the character is taking on its new identity. He's like shaving, doing all that stuff because he's trying to forget his old self, right? And now he's slowly becoming this new perfect being of slow, gradual, successful person.
Work, gym, food, sleep, over and over. More fist bumps, more sweat puddles. Your body changes slowly, then all at once. You hit your goal weight, pick a new one, then hit it again. You go out and buy new clothes. You receive wave after wave of compliments. Your ex tells you that she's seeing someone else. Fucking bullshit. Piece of... That night you go to the gym. You run farther and lift more than you thought your body was capable of. You go home and eat a single chicken breast and steamed vegetables. You go to sleep. You dream of a bottomless black puddle. No.
Obviously, we can't tell how many days or weeks or months he's been going to the gym now, but we saw the progression, right? So just like that, he just keeps going, and then you just have to keep doing it. If you just keep doing it, it's not gonna happen instantly, but it will happen slowly. We just can't see it because we can't keep track of everything we're doing. Like, you can't keep track of how many times what we ate for breakfast, right? You can't remember what you ate for breakfast last week unless you eat the same meal every week, you know what I mean? But it's like that. He just keeps doing it, and then it does show results.
There's a girl you see a lot at the gym who always does these weird leg exercises you've never seen before. You make it a point not to look at her because you're overly worried about looking creepy. Like that guy in the blue shirt who never wears underwear and always hangs around the lat pull-down machine. But you notice this girl is always at the gym when you are and seems to always choose the bench next to you. You turn up the Slayer and concentrate on making your puddles bigger.
Big thing here, okay. If you see someone you like, easiest thing you can ever do is say this. Hello, I think you look amazing. What is your name? And that's it. You just say hello. Just tell them how you feel. People like to be complimented. That's all it takes. And there's nothing wrong. Okay. Okay, they show Conan. Well, Conan's intention might be goofy, but there's some creepy people. But if your intentions are good, you want to, talk and date that person. That's all you have to say.
At work, your ex parades her new boyfriend around, flatly ignoring you the entire time. He's taller than you, in better shape than you, and significantly better looking than you. Fucking bullshit.
Abundance.
That night, you bench press double your body weight. You sneak a photo of yourself in the mirror and email it to yourself with the subject heading, "You are a warrior." The next day, you are more disgusted with yourself than you've ever been, and you delete it immediately. You make puddle after puddle after puddle and eat single chicken breasts and work and sleep over and over and over and over and over and over. And then something different happens. A night comes when you're not the last person in the gym. It's you and the girl who does the weird leg exercises. You end up walking out at the same time. Her name is Melissa and she works close by. She asks you out to dinner on Friday, promising it'll be healthy. The leg exercises are pivoting curtsy lunges.
The man is no longer in self-sabotaging slow bite. He is improving himself, right? And you know what? That just attracts people when you're at your best, right? You're doing great in life. And that's all it takes. You know what? He could have talked to her sooner, and then they would have been together faster, but this is nice.
You start seeing Melissa a lot, both inside the gym and out. You add a couple cheat days to your week. You start getting a lot less sleep. Your ex calls you late at night, but you don't answer. One night, you're walking Melissa to her car, and she says she wants to show you something special. You both stand there in the dark, looking out over the lights of downtown. "Isn't it pretty?" she says, "with all those lights?" You tell her that you think it is, but it also makes you feel sad. All those lights mean nothing. They're just shining into cold, lonely offices with nobody in them. But Melissa tells you that each light is an empty office, but they're only empty because the people have all gone home for the day. Each one's a person who's at home, happy with the one they love. You look at her in the lights, and she smiles. Something in your chest expands.
That was just the cutest thing, man.
Late one Sunday afternoon, you're writing out your rent check and realize it's been exactly a year since you started working out. You think of all those miles you've run, those pounds you've lifted, and chicken you've eaten, and puddles you've made, and it doesn't seem that bad. You realize that it's not about hitting a goal weight or lifting weights. It's about waiting, being patient, and trusting that life will slowly inch along and things will get better. After all, change takes time. But time is all it takes. Step 4, no fruit juice. Too much sugar.
That was an amazing video. I recommend you go watch Jash's channel and the rest of his other videos. But to summarize a few points, I like to say, okay, things take time for things to grow, right? So it slowly stacks up, right? And takes days, months, weeks, years, but eventually you will reach the top. And just like in the end, time is all it takes. Also, self-talk is a big thing. You keep saying he's a piece of shit, but that's not important. Like, you should tell yourself early on, even this video right now, just tell yourself, hey, doing great. I'm proud of myself. Those small things does add up, because you hear it in your own head, and it's like, the more you repeat it, like, oh, okay, and you know what? Why wouldn't you want to be telling yourself these good things, right? Why wouldn't you want to be telling yourself, great job, good job, Steven, and all that stuff? Because you should be taking care of yourself, right? And just like me taking myself at the gym, all these small things, you should be slowly doing things to make sure you gradually improve too. Anyways, have a good day. See ya.